I'm Dana K. White. I am the author of Decluttering at the Speed of Life, and I am the creator of the No Mess Decluttering Process. I am here today with a real life decluttering project in my own home to answer the question that I get probably more than any others as people are really trying to get into and understand the No Mess Decluttering process. Okay, here's the question. What do you do when you take it there now, which is the key to the no mess process, right? What do you do when you take it there now and the space where you would look for something first is its own cluttered mess? Because it feels like that stops the process, right? Like it feels like if I take it there, now I've got to deal with that space first. No, here's the short answer, and then I'm gonna demonstrate how it works in my own space, all right? The short answer is when you get to the place where you would look for it first, because that is the home that you have identified. Now you know where this item needs to be because this is the place where you would look for it first. When you get there and it is its own cluttered mess, you do not start working on that space, but you also don't just add to that space. You remove something from that space that creates the room that you need to be able to put this item there that you would look for there first. It doesn't have to be item for item. It doesn't have to be hairbrush for hairbrush. It just has to be something that would create the room that you need, all right? Ideally, it's going to be trash or a donation, because back at the space that you're originally decluttering, you've got a donate box and a trash bag. Usually I like for it to be a black trash bag, but this is what I've got today. That takes you back to that space. This is how you don't stuff shift. Stuff shifting is not decluttering. It's just moving things from one place in your house to another. Decluttering is either giving it a real actual home or getting out of the house. If I'm gonna give it a real actual home, I have to have an actual space for it there in this place where I would look for it first. I make the space for it by removing something else. That space is still not going to be done, but my whole house is better. I have achieved decluttering success. I have made my house overall have less. I call this net gains or net profit decluttering. It feels like I'm not making this huge but I am. Every little item that leaves my house makes my house better overall. And by doing it this way, I finish the space that I was working on and don't make the spaces where I'm taking things any worse. Here's how it works. All right, so I'm getting a new bathroom. They're supposed to start on Tuesday. I'm actually gonna be out of town until Tuesday, like I'm leaving here in a few hours. And so I have got to get this done. I thought, you know what? I'll just bring the internet in on that with me. This is my countertop. Y'all, I'm not gonna have a, right? What is it? What is the six-sided? Why can I not think of that all of a sudden? Anyway, I'm not gonna have a geometric purple, that is light purple, lavender, sink anymore with 1980s white. Yeah. I'm gonna be so not sad. The cabinets are staying, so I'm moving the things off of this space into this cabinet. I'm gonna declutter as I do that because why would I not, right? And also because, you know, here's a video. All right, so what do I do in the process? I look for trash first. Yes, this has gotten a little out of control, but whatever, I'm just gonna follow my process, the 5-step no mess process. I'm gonna look for trash first. What in this space is trash? I don't see trash. I'm sure there is some, but looking for trash is still a step because now I've actually, you know, let my brain register what all's in here. Next step is easy stuff. What is in this space that has a home somewhere else, but for whatever reason it's here and not there? Yeah, okay, duh. No, I mean, this isn't duh clutter, but it needs to go somewhere else. Oh my word, I just found trash. Okay, I'm sure this is a wonderful product. However, y'all know I've been working on my curls, which means I order stuff. I ordered this, then got it, and then saw that it says it has to be refrigerated. I am never going to refrigerate it. And then I kept thinking, well, what? I do want to try it, but what? Well, did it mean refrigerate immediately or like after opening or? That was painful because I was not cheap. anything else that's easy that goes in the same, yep. Oh, yep. I know exactly where these things go. I'm not gonna worry about why they ended up here. Whatever. I'm gonna take them there now. I'm gonna leave the camera running. So Reed, you can see how long it took me to go take 3 things all the way to the other side of the house. Y'all, I wanted to cheat so bad and I did not. Okay, donations. Anything in here that is a donation. My daughter does not watch my videos, I don't think. She got me these for Christmas. She got me like other things that were amazing, but like added these in there. My curly hair and these things, I tried it once, not a thing. So I'm gonna donate those. I don't think the friend who gave me this watches my videos. I'm gonna call this a donation because I've never used it. Yeah, this goes over here. Okay, at this point, I'm gonna go with the where would I look for this first. During this renovation, I am going to be putting these things in here, okay? But in here, it looks like this. It's its own mess. So how do I deal with that? Well, I'm going to remember that my goal here is to not make my house any worse, not to make this space any worse, which means as I put something over here, I'm gonna try to create the space for it. What do I have that I could remove that's trash or a dead donation that would make the space for this? Well, I have got the packaging for my little Smile Do Lolly. Okay, it's like a cleaner for my night guard thing. Okay, nothing important is in here. That's trash. Okay, so space for space. Now this item has room in here and I haven't made this space any worse. That's basically what we're doing today. If I'm able to keep going, I'll keep going. But that's how we do it, right? My whole house is an item down because I threw away that box. This space is no worse off for having put something in here that I would look for there first. Is this space perfect? Oh my word, no. But this brings me back to the space I was originally decluttering, which happens to be right here, but y'all, that happens so much more often than you would think. The place where you would look for it first is actually right there. But I came back to this space because this is where my trash is, so that's where I put that item in, and it gets me back to this place that I need to go. I need my diffuser and my gel. I'm doing these first because these are the most important, right? Okay, so this right here, let's see, space for space. I am going to get rid of this hair item that might be great, but I haven't used it and I've gotten to where I really love those other products. Okay, put that in there. I'm gonna put this oil in here. Is there anything I can get rid of? Okay, here's another hair product that I haven't been using. So I'm gonna replace it with one that I have been using. And okay. We're gonna donate this because this is not what my husband uses, okay? Obviously, because it's brand new. All right, and let's see. This, there is, I would look for that up there. There is technically room up there for that. There's space for it. Okay, there's space for these things. I'm gonna keep them. But I am gonna take this out. It's more trash, that gives me more space. Okay, I'm gonna take these to my daughter's room for her to try. She usually gets my leftover stuff. I'm gonna go do this. I don't wanna go upstairs, y'all. I was trying to avoid this, but that is how I can stop at any moment. Okay, I'm going. Bath soap pouch. Okay. All right. Packaging. All right. Those things moved over there. This space, I did end up adding a little bit, but there's space for everything. But I one-for-one the vast majority of it to not make that space worse, okay? So I was able to do this without causing a disaster in here. What happens though, if the place where you would go to look, you would look for something first, so you're taking it there now, is like there's a pile of stuff that you've been creating over the last however many years here in front of this space. Like it's, the door won't even close and it's all out. That's where you have to remind yourself, less equals success. I'm not gonna stuff shift. I'm not just gonna take it here and add it over there. I am going to remove something from the overall pile. Ideally trash. There's got to be trash and donations if you're in that situation. There just has to be, right? Like that's where you are, is I really need to be trashing and donating huge amounts of things if that's the situation that you're in. So I'm going to remove something to create the space for this item so I don't leave my house any worse, and so that my house overall has less. And if I have less equals success, right? So, got it? Okay, that's the opposite of stuff shifting. That's how we're moving our house forward. We are getting net gains, overall profit to my house decluttering, okay? And as you do that, as you're looking for trash, it's very possible, if there is a heap of stuff over here, it's very possible that, it's very likely, honestly, that you're gonna find way more trash than you need to remove to make space for this item that you're gonna look for there first. But just remove what you can gather up in one hand or two hands to go back to the space that you're originally decluttering. Don't start working on this space. I'm just going to not leave this space any worse because I want to experience overall house getting better. Okay, so go ahead and get rid of more, but only what you can take in the trip back to your trash. Also, the value of taking it there now is not just to then remove something from that space. It's also often for me to realize, oh, this isn't worth going across to the other side of the house, or this isn't actually worth removing something, this item that I was thinking I would look for there first, actually it can go, it's a dead donation. Okay, I hope that was helpful, because that's a question that I know a lot of people face, especially when many spaces in your home are out of control. This is how we move the whole house forward while making real progress in one space, okay? Because otherwise it's a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there, nothing ever actually leaving, just kind of moving around. And that's where I used to always end up being frustrated, because I was like, I never actually really make progress. But this is how we make progress. Real, actual, sustainable, unbacktrackable progress in your house. Talk to you later. Bye.